The skillful employer of men will employ the wise man, the brave man, the covetous man, and the stupid man. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Time cannot put anything in your hands until you let go of the time. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. Agitate him and ascertain the pattern of his movement. It's what's in yourself that makes you happy or unhappy. For every expert, there is an equal and opposite expert. Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Anger is bad. Dump it. Fear is awful. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. It is the certainty that they possess the truth that makes men cruel. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Apparent confusion is a product of good order, apparent cowardice of courage, apparent weakness of strength. We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. We humans are more concerned with having than with being. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. After all, if you run far enough, no one can catch you. Many things are not as they seem. The worst things in life never are. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. And if my heart be scarred and burned, the safer I for all I learned. The key to life is accepting challenges. Once someone stops doing this, he's dead. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Some use drugs to silence the pain, others use them to feel the pain they silenced. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. If those at your top are weak, your bottom will be rotten. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. You don't destroy what you want to acquire in the future. Every man reaches his destination. if he just keeps walking. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Respect is earned, honesty is appreciated, trust is gained, loyalty is returned. If I have a platform and a voice, I should use it for my people. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone. Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Beware of the small things. A small leak can sink a great ship. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. Maybe other people will try to limit me, but I don't limit myself. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying, the number is infinite. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. We are finite in that we are a product and source of the infinite. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. Fear can only grow in darkness. Once you face fear with light, you win. Old ways won't open new doors. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. Once you realize you deserve better, letting go will be the best decision ever. Leadership is all about making things to move forward, not backward. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win. I could die for you, but I couldn't and wouldn't live for you. All men know the use of the useful, but nobody knows the use of the useless. Invincibility depends on oneself, the enemy's vulnerability on him. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Life provides chances to open your heart all the time. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. All paths are present, always, and we can but choose among them. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. It's always the ones who are the quietest who often have the greatest things to say. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. Other people are only aspects of our own greater being. But the truth doesn't need to be known or believed to be true. Great wisdom is generous. Petty wisdom is contentious. Great speech is impassioned. Small speech cantankerous. I don't think you should wait. I think you should speak now.